So basically, I just wanted to, just see where everyone's at, brainstorm some ideas of what we want to set, obviously as targets, intentions. Like we can do the retail sale. That's awesome. Obviously, that's what a lot of us are used to, doing the one-on-one selling. But I just believe for a couple of the guys that have grabbed the initiative that I've thrown out there, Alex and Dingo, and now Krista as well, and her girls like Simone, they're starting to bang down a few doors. Like I think in terms of business to business, company to company. Like what I want to guess, what ideas have you guys got of, like, let's say corporates or businesses or companies that you believe could benefit from a corporate health structure type program that we could put together and put available and propose to them? Because realistically, you're wanting a cluster of individuals. You know what I mean? You want a cluster of individuals that can benefit from being able to utilize this platform. And whether we do it at a discounted rate, whether we do it at a different rate, we don't know. But potentially, where a lot of gym franchises that are actually offline make a lot of money. They do this with their corporate alignment. So whether it's a solicitor firm and all the solicitors come in and they get a group training session, things like that, like it's an easy win for you guys to get on the board. Like Dingo's grasped this in multiple avenues. I'll just use him for the example for now. He's going towards the Woodville community with the Aboriginals. He's also going towards a Core Hotels group, which are Pullman Hotels, which is owned by a Core Hotels group that potentially could land him thousands of employees and access to thousands and hundreds of thousands of database of past and previous clients. So he's also going with Clyde towards an entire rugby club, which is going to be basically, they've got first three senior teams. So they've got 3 senior teams. That's 45 players just there. And they've got a whole junior community, and they've got all these other communities. So, like, think of the numbers that Dingo potentially is on the avenue and verge of actually starting to crack into. Like, your average numbers out as an individual, it's a lot better time spent creating a presentation around that. And what we can do is, as a team, work together collectively to work out emails, presentations, offerings, value stack. Like, how can we value add to their business? Because what it does is, for a lot of them, it actually adds value to the business in a sense that their clientele is getting looked after, their staff's getting looked after outside of work hours, and it's actually mitigating the risk for them as an individual business owner to actually sit there and, I guess, have to look after that person. You know what I mean?
I just had an idea,
Yeah.
in and around what you're just talking about too. One of the things that I think we have to do and use our collective sort of network that we've got is actually all we need to do is get in and do a presentation for the board or the CEO or whoever it is about our holistic, health plan and how we can actually tailor it to that organisation. So then that can guide us a little bit. If $49 a week is too much, it might be, can we do something for around $30 because that's what we get subsidies for. So if we go into, say, NAB, and then that's what they've got at NAB in Sydney, but NAB in Melbourne has a completely different thing over here, or because we've got NAB in Sydney, we can actually leverage that off to another big organisation. So there's a big place, and let's try and keep our heads out of the gutter for a second, called Siemens, which is just around here. And it does all the phones, but all your CT scanning and MRI equipment and stuff like that. And there's nearly 1,000 employees, and that's probably 10 minutes from me. It's how do we get in the door to have the conversation? Because I believe that with most of us on the call, once we have the conversation, we can probably start to come up and problem solve in order to make it actually happen in the first place.
Yeah, 100%. So I like to think of it. I was talking to Alex and I have done this for a little bit in terms of Core 9. Like, it's been about probably 2 weeks in the making, 2-3 weeks. But I was really just brainstorming outside of it yesterday, and then had a bit of a conversation with my dad, who's really good with the avenues. Like, he was in the meeting that Phil and I were in with PwC the other day, and like, Dad's very good with the corporate health structure because he obviously does this with he was the head of ACT Health, so he was actually the head of like the whole of Canberra and their health department. So he would do these proposals and actually work out which businesses would want to propose things for the hospitals, for the linen services, for all these different things. So my philosophy behind it is this corporate to corporate, business to business approach, because we have such a corporate style product now, instead of just the Herbalife box rocking up at the person's door with no structure around it. We've got this infrastructure where it's like, boom, that can align towards your business, that can align. What I wanted to think of it like in terms of a lot of us have got ex-PT backgrounds, we're working as a PT currently, or we have affiliates that are health and fitness based. The big thing to remember is that if you look at it from a terms of I think, I'll use Alex for the example with Core 9. Their product structure of their business, where it currently entails around about, I think probably between $39 to $59 a week, depending on whether they pay 3, 6, 12 months. Our product itself is valued at around about $49 a week, obviously, as we know. So if we then did an asset value elicitation of looks at it where it's like, instead of $49, $59 a week, we say $69 a week, that potentially is the profit margin, because obviously 20 times 52 is 1,000. So it's an extra $1,000, adding an extra $20 on top. That allows us to potentially split the cost between ourselves and the business, meaning that we're still profiting between $700 to $800 per sale plus volume point production in the back end. They profit about $1,000 a sale, between $1,000 to $1,200 per person. They're then getting more clients through the door, better results. They're also affiliating with people that we're generating for our business. Correct. So a package I was looking at doing, another thing which is our greatest asset, guys, is we know how to market. We've already got our own databases. We already know how to social media market. So in terms of your little style boutique gyms, osteos, physios, chiro, allied health services, health practitioners, anyone that's basically falls outside of your general practitioners, people that are supported by the private health benefit, if we get all these little guys and start to approach them and say, hey, we can drive clients to you, you can drive clients to us, we pay you for the clients you drive to us, we take care of your clients behind the scenes. Think of it like a Les Mills type style, where Les Mills, obviously, for those that know the aerobics scene, he did the aerobics and every gym was affiliated with Les Mills. I don't want per se just yet the massive commercialized anytime fitness, things like that, because the problem that you face with those is there's so much red tape to get through the door. We can actually get the little, well, obviously Core 9's it's a reasonably new startup, but it's got 7 franchises averaging about 300 members per franchise, meaning that's 2,100 potential members that they can put into the optimized affiliate for an extra $20 a week. That's value add just there. Like, if you're going to get your supplements for an extra $20 a week over 12 months, you're going to be like, well, shit, I'm already paying that. The gym's happy because not only that, but also starting to mitigate a bit of the risk for the gym, in terms of the gym's actually like, well, hang on, the contracts are signed, sealed, delivered. We're not having to follow up the person making your repayments on us. That's actually with Limitless. So that's pretty cool. I'd prefer to have, if I was a gym owner, to be like, well, hang on, they're actually taking care of my clients. I'm leaving the clients are leaving the gym. The gym's now getting better results. There's more clients coming to the gym because they're talking. Limitless also helps me market. So we can actually say to them as a package, like, I don't know, Alex, you're competent, I'm competent, Stefan's confident, Ryan's competent, Krista's competent, Nick's competent. We've all done winning. How long would it take us to put together a bit of an ad funnel and say, here, guys, go and put that behind your gym? And a lot of these guys don't know how to market. So we say, all right, if you drive a minimum 200 clients to us, or 100 clients, depending on the size of the gym, we'll actually bring on new leads. Do you want new leads? What's your average lead gen at the moment? They'll be like, oh, X amount of leads per week. And they'll be going, well, do you do social media? I don't know how to. Well, you know what? We actually do. So it's like, first of all, you're getting the client. Second of all, you're getting the upfront retail. Third of all, you're also getting the ability to be able to help them market. They're promoting you, you're promoting them. You know what I mean? So it's like, we've got 120 team members, all with somewhat of a social media following and presence inside of that. So all we have to do is say, welcome to our new affiliate with Core 9, start doing that. Then we do a bit of the geo-target, have our guys do some marketing. Like, they go from having 4 trainers in one gym, or say, let's say there's 7 gyms, 28 trainers or whatever, or 22 trainers, whatever they've got. So all of a sudden they've got 142 trainers now, because they've got our 120 as well. They've got all our main guys that actually help promote. They've got nutritionists, mindset coaches. They don't just have your PT that doesn't want to get paid $30, $35 an hour. You know what I mean? Like, they've actually got a fully qualified team in the back end.
And one of the things that they did originally, because I was the person that actually got Metabolic Precision into the gym, which was Phoenix, and then got bought out by Good Life. And that's Dr. Paul Cribb. So basically, he would get us all qualified, and it would be like $2,500 a qualification, and there was multiple qualifications. And then the person still had to pay their gym membership, and then they had to pay for another $2,500 for a 12-week program on top of that for us, with no way to pay it off or anything like that. So what we're offering is something that actually happens in the industry and has happened in the industry, but just not in an efficient or cost-effective way. and certainly not with a collection of people, because Paul Cribb was just Paul Cribb. Whereas we're like a collection of people with a community to support it in the back end too. And I think that's something that's really important and probably underestimated. You know, they get the value for the program itself, but the real value is the people behind it, us and the people that they're actually going to be going through the journey with. That'll actually help with retention, which is the number one issue that any company has, is retaining people once we've got them, which is what we want to try and do for them too. It's another value add we can offer them.
Yeah, because if they're put into a contract with us that they know is a 12-month commitment, that client's going to be training regardless at the gym, and the gym's already been paid the upfront expenditures. So for them, it's actually, Trev would be able to validate this. Trev's obviously in the accounting space. I think he's just jumped off, just as I said to him. Basically, obviously, with Phil would know a lot about this as well. In terms of business growth, your capital is the thing that you're trying to actually drive inside of your business to actually grow your business. So when a lot of these gyms aren't very capital rich, very cash rich, they struggle with that. So that's why you see a lot of them, they have fluctuations, especially this time of year. Like, look at it from a perspective of, we've just come into the winter. People aren't going to the gym because that whole build your body in the winter, let it see in summer. People just are lazy. Like, they most likely, I look at this from a perspective. Let's say, for example, you've got $49 a week members paying you. Let's say $49 a week is your membership base. You then lose 20 members. That's $1,000, just under $1,000 a week that you're losing out of your gym. That's one optimized sale for us a week. One new person. For us, that's like, if they're selling people into optimize, they're getting that cash straight back into their business. That means they only have to open an entire year to cover those costs of people dropping off, have to find one person a week. So one of their current clientele to bring one new member, get them onto the platform, and that covers the cost of losing 20 members. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Numbers, guys. That covers the cost of losing a potential 20 members, finding one new person a week every single week, and you just covered that. Like, that then grows and stacks on top of their business. And if they're any good at what they are, they sit there and it's like, well, the member doesn't have the gripe against the gym to pay it out. The gripe's against us, and we have a team available, which we're going to be infrastructuring and developing in the future, to be like, well, hang on. Well, yeah, you might want to cancel your membership, but think you've also got this. And the other thing too is that they're going to consistently see that value. Even if they're not going to the gym, they're still seeing our stuff. They're still seeing what we're doing. So the person's naturally more inclined to actually do the work outside of the hours in which they're actually at the gym. So that's where it's a value add, because, well, Sam's the guy that's Alex's connection with Core 9. He said, I don't want to really do the stuff behind the scenes. Like, I have to do the videos and this to keep the clients motivated. The PT wants to go. A lot of them are up. Dingo's probably been at the gym since 5:30 this morning. I think he had a Sunday session yesterday on 6:30 and the guy didn't turn up. Like, a lot of the PTs are at the gym at 5:30 in the morning trying to get the person to go to work. So there's nothing they want to do less than go home and do this. This is just one avenue, okay? So, like, the corporate health is another massive thing. Big Stooks had a great idea before. So Steph come up with the idea of, let's go back from, I want to give massive credit to you for this one, Steph. Let's go more behind. So think about who you can talk to, and think about who they know, then think about who they know, then think about who they know. So start to think through people. Who could they possibly be connected to? And what Steph had come up with was, imagine being able to get the unions on board. So like your teaching union, your nurses union, your building union, all these different unions on board, understanding the abilities behind the health benefits that people can get from utilizing our product. Because it has been so simple to follow. Like, guys, you see, it's as Phil said, it's follow the bouncing ball in what we do. Like, there is really no think work in this anymore. There isn't. If you can take a shake, if you have water, if you have a blender, if you don't, you put it in a bottle. If you don't, you can even put it in a cup and mix it with a fork. If you can do that and go to the shops and buy the food that Alex has done, like, you see, Alex has made it that simple in terms of cooking. Like, it's easy. You know what I mean? Like, the meals aren't hard. The nutrition's not hard. The training's not hard. Like, it's activity. We actually make it so that training's become so minimal. The person can just go for a walk and they still lose weight. Like the guy that I put in the group chat this morning, he's lost 7 kilos in 2 weeks. I know he's not training at the gym. He's 160 kegs. He's a mate that I had from university. He's my age. He's now married, looking to have children. I said, bro, you're not going to be able to have kids at 160 kilos. That was my pitch. And he just started crying. And I'm like, it's true. And then I got him on the products. And he goes, He goes, that's exactly what my partner said to me. She's like, her and I are about to divorce because, you know, she knows I can't have kids. And I'm like, it's true, bro, you can't. And he's like, fuck, man, you need to help me. I want to have kids. And I'm like, well, let's start losing weight. Sent him an ultimate pack. Couldn't afford the, you know what I mean? Like, it's 7 kilos. 7 kilos in fucking 2 weeks.
And that's the thing that I'm hearing and picking up. Like, we've got a really, really outstanding program now. Now, one of the things that James and I have committed to from the very, very start was to make sure that when that capital does come in, it's going back to reinvesting to increase and improve the program we've already got. But what we've got to do now, in my opinion, is actually just get focused on getting people on the program itself. Now we have to go out and find out all the different ways we can actually get people to start using the program. Think of it like this way. That's our currency. Every single one of those human beings is our currency that we can leverage off to actually get some of the other organisations that we're not part of at the moment. And one of the things that James just mentioned there too, even if it's just a shake, even if it's just a breakfast pack, even if it's just an ultimate pack, once they start to understand the value of the good nutrition they're putting into them, we'll be able to flip them into an optimized straight after that anyway. So don't just, I mean, we're all entrepreneurs on this call and we all think entrepreneurially, you know, the way we go about things. I would encourage you to start to do that even more so. So if we stop focusing on being busy and start focusing on being effective out in the marketplace, I think it's a very different thing. We can get busy looking at how to do the next flyer and how to do the next this and how to do the next that, when in actual fact, we've got everything that we need right now. And all we have to do is go out and be really, really effective on how we can get the thing into people's bodies, into their homes, into their lives. That's where we need to be focusing.
What the big thing is, and this is something that I've found very, you guys might look at this from a perspective of like, you might agree or you might disagree, but a lot of the time in the past when people have been doing network marketing, the hardest people to pitch to are our friends, family, and people that are close. So a lot of us have probably got this philosophy inside our head now that I don't want to pitch my product to somebody I know in case they reject me. But it's not my product. It's not your product. It's a product. It's our product. And there's a why behind the product. Meaning that the product we have available in terms of Optimize and Herbalife isn't our product, isn't my product, isn't your product. It's the product. It's a product that can benefit the person. So it's not pitching them. It's like, hey, you got a business. You want your people to be more effective. Can I help you? Can we help you? Like powering we, not powering you and I. Because the person's going to be like, if Alex comes to me and it's like his friend, and I'm like, oh, he's just trying to bloody do this new thing that he's doing. But now you've got a collective team where it's like, I'm not paying Alex, so they don't have this stigma and put this wall up. I don't want to give you my money. You're meant to be my friend. And you're like, I'm not asking. And you have that internal battle with yourself. But it's like, this is my company and I'm a part of, coming to your company to get results for you and your employees, company to company. That's what
psychology, just to go back on, and I agree with everything that James has said on this call, by the way, it's been fantastic. One of the things, just to give you a bit of a background, 7.5 years ago when I started in this business, they saw Herbalife and anything to do with Herbalife, let's say the Optimize program, and personal training or the coaching space like this, so separate to one another. Whereas I see like good customer care and follow-up and all the things that we get taught in the Herbalife space and what we do actually works in perfect synergy with one another. The one thing that nobody's done successfully, and this is where it's exciting for us, has been able to get through to the psychology of en masse personal training and coaching space, because a lot of us are either wanting to be a big fish in a little pond or think that we need to do it all of ourselves because we're leaders and we feel like we need to do it all of ourselves. If we can actually crack the code in terms of our own code, in terms of our own limiting beliefs and whatever we're doing at this stage, we'll then be able to duplicate that out in the marketplace and do something that's never been done before, both here in Australia and then around the world, with personal trainers, sports coaches, NLP practitioners, life coaches, at the whole space, because nobody's been able to crack that. Because most of the time we go to, say, a James Wellington and go, man, I'd love you to be part of my organization. Not I need you to be part of my organization. I would love for you to be part of my organization. There's this team that we're doing, this why that we're going out there in the marketplace with. And I think that's where we get the cart before the horse a little bit. We need to make sure that our own stigma has been squashed, our own lack of belief has been squashed, and then we can go out there and use that same methodology to recruit other people and really start them on the tracks that we want them to run on straight away. So I think it's a really exciting time for us. But if we think of it from a business marketing perspective, how can you market you in terms of what you've gotten over, like some of the limiting beliefs you've gotten over, so you can take this to the marketplace. And then you can recruit the people that have mass effect over people. And that's probably why it's been a challenge so far, because it's the mums and the dads that they start to go out and do that. But we've got already people that we've been involved with for years and years and years that, you know, one of the things that while that's happening, go and practice on strangers, go and practice on people you don't know. And then just, you know, get the people that you love and care about, your family that can also hurt you the most, to just, you know, support you in your wins and commiserate with you in your losses. But it's about coming back to about coming back to us, and then we can then really project it forward out there in the industry. Sorry, Dave.
What I believe is, guys, like, you've got people in your team, and if your team's not moving, like, we need to go get new people. If you think you don't know people, then I'm going to say take the blindfold off when you're walking around, because that's people that you know. So it's like, the thing is, dingoes realize this straight away. You know what I mean? Like, Dingo has got Clyde. Dingo's like, all right, I'm gonna market Clyde, and I'm gonna do this social media. And then Dingo and I had a strategy call with Clyde, and I'm like, who do you play rugby for? And he's like, Brothers. And I'm like, all right, sweet. What team are you in? He's like, First. I'm like, awesome. I asked Dingo after we got off the call, is Clyde pretty good? He's like, yeah, he's one of their key players. So I'm like, already, they've got rapport with Clyde. The whole club loves Clyde. Clyde's a fucking beast. So what do? We get Clyde to go and create an introduction between his rugby coach and Dingo, who they don't know, but Dingo played at Brothers, I think, 1 or 2 games or a season. But there's no emotional attachment there, but they know Dingo runs a successful personal training business, but there's an emotional attachment with Clyde. So what they do is they sit there and they go, all right, Clyde's a great guy. We want to keep Clyde. We want to keep Clyde happy. We want to have him in our team, because the happier he is, the more likely he's going to stay, the more likely he is. So what do? They give you their network. Like Alex, relationship with Sam. Sam likes Alex. Alex does filming for them. Alex does nutrition for them. There's a relationship between Alex and Sam. Alex then gets me in contact with Sam. Sam and I have a chat. Sam then likes us because we like Alex, and we look after Alex, and Alex looks after Sam, and we look after Sam and Alex together. They like us because they like Alex. So it's like, if you're afraid to talk to the person about it, don't be, because someone else in here won't be. Because someone else in here's never met that person before, and someone else in here can talk on your behalf. So it's like, the quicker you can get out of the way and just say, hey, talk to my friend. It's literally like, I don't know, I remember when I used to go out to the bar with my mates, and I'd be like, have you met my friend? And I just like refer them to my mate, trying to set my mates up. And they go like, oh, hey. And that's all you do. Have you met my friend James? That's all you have to do. Like, have you met my friend James? Yeah, Alex? Go.
Yeah. What do you think? I've found out over the last couple of weeks, I get a lot of friends who work in offices and 9-to-5 jobs and kind of thing. I noticed that they're always going with some of them have PTs come into their gym, into their office spaces and do a session a week. Some of them have like meditation people come in. It's all happened. And I know that like Jono, for example, my mate, he went and did a talk at some company on like International Women's Day. They reached out to him.
Yeah.
I'm finding a lot of, because obviously I don't know the boss of these companies. I know my friends who are the employees. What I'm getting a lot of is, because I've been going out all week saying like, okay, what kind of mental health stuff does your company do? What kind of physical health? And they go, man, I'd love you to send me some stuff, but my bosses hate sales pitches more than anything in the world. And so instantly there's a door up as soon as they know that we're going to say something. So I just love to know, like, if we know employees, but we don't know bosses, we've got to get over that wall. It's like,
so,
do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I do.
So we're not going to, the thing is that what we need, first of all, we do need to actually implement an email. We need to start writing things up. So guys, we need to brainstorm an idea around that. The other thing we're going to say is that basically just say, look, man, I'm not actually asking any of you to commit anything financially right now. All I'm asking is for an opportunity to see if we can help your business grow. Our business is doing what we're doing. We're changing lives. We've got people that are on board with our mission. Your business is doing what you're doing. Obviously, you're great at what you guys do. Is there a chance that we can help you become better? We're good with the physical and the mindset. You're good with whatever the fuck you do. You don't say like that, but like, we're just like, we're good at what we do. You're good at what you do. We don't need your money. We've got clients.
Alex, going back to your example, like challenge them on your relationship. So, let's get to the point in the conversation where like the bosses hate nothing more than sales pitch.
Yep.
Just, do you feel like you're getting a sales pitch right now? Just look the person in the eye. And they're like, no, of course not. I said, well, maybe put me to the next gatekeeper. Just put me to the next person who can get me to the next person. Can you arrange that? And then they'll go, yeah, of course I can, man. No problem. Then you go to the next person. You show them who you are. Right? With the email and all that sort of stuff is something that we get at the end. But if I was going to a CEO, I want to talk to the CEO. I want to, like when we were talking, James and I were talking to a partner, not through his underlings, to the partner of PwC. Now, he understands based on talking to us and feeling what we're talking about, what we're actually about. Now, we didn't even do a PowerPoint presentation or anything at the time. Now, we can do that if it needs to be a board decision, but that's by the time you've actually created relationships all the way through with those people. So ask who the gatekeeper is. It's a great term, and it's certainly a corporate term. There's usually those people that sort of can't get past me. You're not going to get to the person that can make the decision. And that's the other person that you ask. Who can make a decision if you're talking at a sporting club or any organisation? Who's the person that can make decisions about something like this? Because we want to bring this so your company subsidises this for all of you. And they're like, oh, so there's something in it for me. Great. Let me find out. I'll get back to you. And then they'll go back to their own workplace and do all of that work for you. Like, that's the sort of thing that I would do. If I was speaking to Alex and Alex said, oh, listen, we want to do this, it'll be subsidised for you. I'd go, so mate, I'll get back to you in a week. I'd go and find that person for you all week and then get back to you and try and set that up.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, cool.
Look, that angle's not good for you, bro.
Stefan. Or me.
Nah, that angle for Steph is not good for you, then. Yeah.
No, that's good, guys. I really like that, what you just said there, Phil. And I'm starting to make sure that I'm on the same page. When we go and talk to him nice and genuinely, like I'm talking to the rugby coach, like let him know who I am, really what I'm about as a collective, as Limitless, and then try and go, all right, I want to try and help your rugby club grow. I want to help you guys get fit. What can you think your KPIs we can do for you to help you guys grow? Is that the way?
Don't use the term KPIs because that's not you, bro. You don't use the word.
I get you.
You don't use the word KPI in a regular sentence. Just be you.
But also, like one of the things that I saw one of my guys do just the other day, and they're former personal training managers, successful personal trainers. They were on the sidelines and just offering samples. So I'm not talking about for the Optimize program. I just say, as a good person, hey, listen, while you're sort of thinking about that, next time I have a chat, how about I come down to a training session and give you some like sports drinks and stuff like that for the boys? That sounded right. And then what that's going to do is basically almost encourage, or not force them, but encourage them to have that conversation with you because you're offering something up front. I always believe in making the relationship before you're asking anything from the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing with that, Dingo, too, is like, I reckon the best way for you to do it, rugby club, it's like snitty in a beer. Like, don't have it, let me come into your office sort of thing. Like, he's a rugby coach of a Cairns rugby club, you know what I mean? Be like, hey, Clyde, can you get a tee up a time? We'll go down to the local pub. We'll have a beer. I just want to have a chat to X, Y, Z, whatever his name is. Bro, be natural, because when he sits there and he's like, oh, he's just coming to pitch me and I've got to sit there, go and create an example of a conversation at a pub and just sit there and be like, look, bro, you guys are obviously, there's a few big boys in the team that aren't that fit at the moment. I'd love to start to work with them. I've got Clyde on board. I know Clyde's doing removalist at the moment. I know he's not passionate about that, but what Clyde is passionate about is limitless.
Yeah, I'm going to, what do you think a good angle? I'm going to actually go and train with him this afternoon. Clyde's got me into the training session and then have a yarn with the coach because I can pretty much help him out with mid-season fitness on Monday nights.
But also, like, who is the person? And then just when you're doing all of that, Dingo, it's just perfect.
Yep. Perfect.
But just say, like, who in the club to the coach, like, makes the decisions about, like, whether they get new tops or whether, they, get stuff in the canteen. Who makes that decision? Is it a committee? Is it a president? Sort of do a bit of, like, be a detective, like, work out who that person or those people are. Because sometimes it's just one person. Even in a big club, it's just one person. And sometimes it's the committee, but who in that committee really makes that decision? So be a detective and work that stuff out, and you'll get where you need to be.
The other thing you have available too, Dingo, is that with this, obviously with the amount of sales that the Optimize makes, you're able to then say to the guys, look, I'm happy to actually, with Clyde coming on board, I know that I know the infrastructure of a rural rugby club, so I'd be like, look, I know that you're wanting to retain Clyde. He's doing the removal of stuff.
Yep.
I've been talking to Clyde. The more people we can get on board the Optimise program, it's going to financially benefit him. He's going to be happier and obviously more likely to stay. Do you reckon that we can have a time to talk to a few of the players, and then obviously start to promote a bit at games, and then say that Clyde's, maybe you might even go as Clyde's short sponsor or back a jersey sponsor, who knows, and then have him then get a chance to talk to people that he knows, because he's got rapport with all those people. It's just about getting him in front of the people that he knows, having you there to support him, so Clyde can go, have you met Dingo? That's all you're doing. Because when Clyde talks, he'll give the worst presentation because he's nervous, doesn't know what to do, he's new, and they'll just be like, have you met Dingo? They're Clyde's friends, so he's created the relationship. It's like getting a referral. That's all it is.
Yep.
So,
and another thing with clubs, Dingo, is just let them know that you're doing it all. I'll collect the money. I'll do everything. Like, I'm the one that's looking after every single person here. You don't have any more work to do. I understand you're a volunteer most of the time and you guys do a lot of work. Just let me reassure you, that's what I do for you and your club. I do it all. My team does it. And say my team does it all. This is my team. And with all of you guys, I'm part of your team of people that are there to support the program. Alex is part of my team that's supporting the program. James as well. Like, James is our marketing and business development. You know, Stefan's exercise, sports science. All of these sorts of things, like you, Dingo, my team will help look after all of that. And that just allows them to go, oh, thank God I don't do any more work.
So,
okay.
You know? Marvin and Nick, what do you guys reckon? Nick, are you driving? Can you talk?
He just said it was gold. I got a great comment from Nick.
Nick.
I've made it.
Nick or Marvs, what ideas have you guys got? There's a movement on Marvin. Here he is. Big man.
Yeah, there we go.
Crook of the dog. I like it all. It's very good. Very good.
Good, man.
I like the suggestions, but yeah, apologies. I'm not very well.
That's all good, bro. All right.
Well, you weren't very well, and you were there on Saturday too, bro. So well done to you. So, you know, credit where credit's due. Good job.
All right. Nicholas.
Hey, guys. What's happening?
Hey, man. Oh, I want to see your screen. Where are you?
I'm doing my cardio. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to see your sweaty Nick. Come on, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, hold on. I'll turn it on. But yeah, I don't have any.
Let's see the Vigarachi.
Yeah.
You guys
Do you
put
like
forth forever.
Oh, Will.
Hey, guys.
Woo.
Where is he? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Right there. Well
This is
done.
what Meg B wakes up to every morning. What a lucky
You
lady.
You don't do cardio with a shirt on, guys. Come on. But yeah, no, good ideas. I like the one where you can. I don't have any of my own, but like, no, looking through people was the best thing that I heard today. Like, I don't know anybody, but I'm sure I know people who know people.
Yeah.
And the people that I know, I'm really close with, obviously, because they're my friends, and they'll gladly put me through to anybody that they know that might be able to help us. Looking through people, that's epic.
Exactly. So I think you do know lots of people, Nick. You're Nick Arachi, 38,000 followers. So by limiting yourself and saying, I don't know lots of people, is like basically saying you're not a good online coach because you are. And you do know people.
I can't at the moment think of any like corporations I can approach, but yeah, I do know a lot of people. Yeah, and I'm sure they know people that I can approach.
You just said, listen, I'm willing to go in and do a free talk on health, and then you can actually say, here's my Instagram page, and they can see everything about you, Nick Arachi, your followers. So basically, that validates your expertise in their eyes. You could actually just go and deliver like an hour long or a half an hour long health and fitness chat, mindset, or however you want, a holistic wellness chat for free. That would get you in the door, and then that would get you connected up with the people you need to do in terms of doing the corporate.
That's awesome.
So
then I don't need to be introduced because they'll know me because I just help them for free.
Yeah, just say, listen, I'm helping you for free. Here's my Instagram thing. Have a look. They'll see 38,000 followers. They'll be like, shit, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then bang, you're in there, and then you'll be able to work out, because you're intelligent, who is the person that you need to make this decision to basically get you in the door full time.
Hey, Nick,
just quickly.
Go on.
No, you go.
Yeah,
I'll just have a question.
what I just friggin' thought about it. So how about think about the university and all the graduates coming out, man. The professors still know you. They know who you are. They've probably been following you on Facebook. How
Correct.
about the graduates when you go into old labs and say, hey, look, I'm Nick Arachi. I was doing this 3 years ago and look the hell where I am at the moment. Maybe I can help you guys tune in. And there's all these graduates that are so nervous, not knowing what the hell they're about to do when they come out of uni. Like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to go. And all of a sudden you're giving them some value to the professors in the short term of biomechanics and exercise, and then potentially an opportunity for these graduates. So I would be thinking about the university maybe.
I'd say
That's awesome.
I'd say there's a ton of options, because like if you look at it, whereas like you've got followers. So Nick, if you went into any little boutique style gym that's probably struggling to get 2,000 followers, like there's tons of them around the Gold Coast, and you're like, hey, we're doing a bit of a thing now where we're looking to just I guess help with a few businesses. I work with a business coach. I work with a company that helps to grow small businesses like yourself. I've been personal trainer of the year. I've also got a large successful online health and fitness business. We're looking to get more and more people and businesses just like yourself on board. Do you have 5 minutes for a chat? If not today, how about we set up a Zoom call with myself and one of my business partners, and we can see if we can help you guys out. We actually help grow businesses. I've been able to grow my online business, and my business partner helps to grow online and offline businesses.
Well, I think a lot of the times, Nick, too, and the rest of you guys, I don't think you realise how people see you. And I think that's probably where my confusion lies, because everybody that sees you is just like, oh my goodness, they're so good at what they do. And I don't think you see you as that. And that's where sometimes there's a bit of a disconnect, because a lot of the times people are going to join with you, Nick, and Alex and James and all that because you're you. Not because you do a supplement company or a network marketing company, or you're part of Limitless even. They join because of Nick Arachi. And that's what you could do. You could walk into that same university and say, guys, all you students, if you want to make a little bit of extra money, I'm the person that can show you how to do that because I'm successfully doing that already. The end. But just say it with
Copy me.
You want to know something?
Alex, follow you because
that's epic.
You know?
Yeah.
Alex Morris said something to me that was really valuable the other day, and he's like, he may not remember it, but I'm pretty sure he will. He's like, they're watching. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, they are watching. Like, people that we don't even know are watching. We've all got people that sit there in the background and watch. Like, I realize that a lot of the time, my directness in terms of when I do, like, let's say a live or something, and I do a call to action, it only really promotes the coach. But when I just do things like around mindset coaching, things that everyday people have, that actually gets the person through. But those posts that I did, I literally just copied Spears' copy word for word, did it around 3 sessions of mindset. I posted them on Saturday and Sunday. I had 28 people reach out to me that I didn't even know were watching. 28 people messaged me, 7 on the thing, and 21 behind the scenes reached out saying change. Just because I posted that. Just because I posted it and I did a bit of a call to action. Like,
your before and after photo, Nick, for example, your before and after photo is outstanding. If you just reposted again your before and after photo and say, listen, I'm looking to take on, only 20 people on this brand new program that my team's developed, I'd be really surprised if you didn't get a whole bunch of people reaching out to you. You put it on like your Insta story or something like that. People don't know what it is. They don't know. All they know is they see this guy that went from that to that, and he's offering to help me go from that to that in their mind. At least it'll attract inquiry, and then you've got the skills to go from there on the phone.
Yeah.
And you'll probably convert more than you miss on the optimized.
$0, 5 seconds.
Correct.
Do that right now while you're talking.
Great cost-effective way of actually generating some leads.
The other thing too, Nick, is like, I can guarantee that you're earning more than majority of gyms and I say gyms, meaning not the trainers in the gym, but the actual gym as a franchise owner, you'd be profiting more per week than that gym owner would be. Because I know that the boutique style gym, there's so many overheads, this and that, they're struggling for lead gen. You're not only Nick Arachi, the personal trainer, the sport exercise science, you're now a marketer. Because remember all the hats you had to put on when we started winning. Same with you, Alex. You had to put on so many hats. Like, I'm now the mindset coach. I'm not only Alex Morris, the master chef, young Jamie Oliver, but I'm more Alex Morris, the marketer, the sales guru, the online specialist, the NLP practitioner. You've got all these different hats. that you can put on and off to actually talk to that person, which is like, whereas they're just like, I'm Joe Blow from Gold Coast or Sydney, that is the gym owner that can only do this. But plus, who have you got inside your business that's a specialist? You know what I mean? Alex is getting the certificate. Yeah. He's rolling through the same certificate just twice. You know what I mean? But a few there. But you know what I mean? But it's like you've got all these different like qualifications now and capabilities. Like, Nick, if you went into a gym and said, hey, you've got like 5 or 6 trainers, how do they go in terms of conversions of walk-ins? And they go, oh, we don't get a lot of walk-ins. Bang, your avenue. Oh, well, I actually help. One of my business partners is very good with marketing. I actually can market myself. How about we set you up with a bit of a funnel? In return, would you be interested in affiliating with us? Oh, they don't close the walk-ins yet. So one, you solve the walk-in problem. 2, you then solve the actual converting of the walk-in. Hey, well, I actually have one of my business coaches. He's actually filmed a sales process which teaches your guys to convert. Then we can organize the meetings to do that. Like, the thing is, I want you guys to understand too, I'm not available to come and be there to support you guys. Like, Alex organized the Core 9. I'm flying there on Wednesday. Krista's organising stuff with Rio Tinto. I'll be flying to Far North Queensland, Gladstone, in probably about 2 weeks to go work with Krista. Bingo, whenever he gets stuff sorted with whatever he needs to do, I'll be there as well. I've already told him anytime he needs me to go, anytime he needs me to go. Like, you're not having to convert or close or do this on your own. This isn't a sales call. This is a partnership of a communication with people. You know, introduce the people they know to be able to be introduced to who we are.
And people that have been in the industry for a really long time, and I've obviously been in the industry for a really long time, don't have what we have, don't have that program. And if you walked in and there was 5 struggling PTs in any gym, you could say, this is my successful business. It doesn't matter, you know, whether it's Herbalife or Limitless or whatever, what you're getting is me. What you're getting is a collection of a whole bunch of entrepreneurs that know what they're doing. So that's what you're actually part of, at least for now, until they, you know, realize what they're part of. You know, and that's what you're actually pitching in on. I can help you, and you have me until, not for a little bit, until it works.
And can we honestly just stop limiting ourselves? This is something I want us all to focus on. It's not just health. Every person in Australia, I don't know yet, we're getting close to AI and we're getting close to artificial intelligence and bloody robotics, but every person in Australia has a heartbeat, meaning they require nutrition. They require health. Every person, like, write that down, guys. Like, Alex is writing it. Like, every person in Australia has a requirement to be healthy. Every business in Australia has an employee or a person or somebody that they know that is unhealthy. Like, we solve that problem, because unhealthy habits inside of your physical affects your cognitive functioning with your mental, meaning the clarity in which you work and the results in which you experience as a business or an employee for a business are faltered and are less based upon the cognitive function and the ability of that person. Imagine saying to a person, your staff are thinking like this or like that right now. We can expand them to that based upon what we're capable of doing in terms of the mindset coaching, the smart goal setting, the map planning, all these different things that we're actually capable to do that individual isn't able to do. Imagine a CEO going, my employees are, let's do a mechanics place. My employees eat burgers, pies, smoke, drink Coke,
Smoke Coke. What's up with that?
You know what I mean? Like, smoke, drink Coke, do all these things, like all this shit every day. They're lethargic. They're always late. They're always sick. The mechanic would see it and be like, hang on, these guys, like that, Aaron.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I have to take off for an appointment. I apologise.
See you, Phil.
I'll see you guys real soon.
See you, Phil.
Thanks for the chat, guys. See you soon.
Aaron Mud Dog Merritt, one of my downline members, he's just going, literally just ripping through his business at the moment. Like, he brings me probably a new person a week, been in the business just over a month and a half now. He's got, I think, about 6 or 7 people on the Optimized program. Just brings me a new employee every week. He honestly works in a, what's it called? A fitters thing for like mechanics parts. Like they buy parts and he's a picker packer and then goes and gets the part, gives it to them for order. He literally, all his mates are fat and fucking overweight, and he just goes through and just literally pulls one of them aside and just go, hey, you want to, yeah. And then even the boss is like, man, fuck, everyone's starting to work more productive. Like, we increase productivity. That's the number one thing we can do as a business collectively, is increase productivity. We can allow people to understand that the power of their mind can influence the development they have in their business and in their life. So That's amazing. That's fucking businesses. Big corporations pay millions and millions of dollars for this sort of stuff. Like,
Wow.
you know what I mean? You're at ground level here. Like, I know for a fact there's some of like Commonwealth Bank, like that, they pay over, I think, $8 million a year, $4 to $8 million a year for corporate health for their employees. Like, it's huge. So tap into that because that's going somewhere. Let's tap into it, guys. That is going somewhere. Alex is writing like a madman. He's either writing a love letter to his beautiful wife or he's writing down some ideas.
I even think the military, man, we get $600 every financial year individually for our health and fitness, just to stay healthy and fit. So I'm even thinking now the idea of, geez, pitch into the army to increase productivity of soldiers. Fuck, maybe.
Bro, you think about the ration packs you guys take in the field. Imagine being able to take a Formula One shake instead of fucking that shit.
Oh, we'd be freaking, yes, exactly. Oh, here we go.
You take it out of the canister, you'd put it in like a Glad or Sadie bag or whatever it is they're going to put it in, something that's waterproof and it can be compressed down, put that with water. That's a fucking meal and a shake.
Oh, we don't even need rat packs anymore. Oh, that's a massive plan. Jesus, I'm writing that down.
NRG, and fucking NRG and that, bro. I can live off that shit. I have done so before. When I work and just like forget to eat, sometimes I've lived off Formula One and NRG. I remember like early February, Speezy was like, "Have you eaten?" And I'm like, "It's probably been 3 days." I was just that in tune. I wasn't doing a bloody fast. I was literally just was working that much. I didn't eat, and I was just eating like NRGs and Formula One, and I survived. Like Steph, James, Trev, you guys would be able to vouch for this. You've heard the testimonials. Like, as George says, you can put someone on a desert island if they've got fresh water and they've got a canister of Formula One. Fuck, man, I'm pretty sure the Formula One would taste better than the ration pack. So, Dingo, it's an idea.
Man, 100%. Like, that's what we do. We go out for 2 weeks at a time. We've got a whole shit ton of water. We can't have fire at night, so we can't cook. We have to freaking try and survive on whatever we can. So, exactly, NRG to keep you awake, to keep fucking look for the bad guys. And, F1. All right.
It's open Dingo's mind.
It's opened me mind. I'm fucking on. I'm on one. Oh, so that's good.
I think if I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy to do these. I want to do these more regularly, Mondays, things like that. Like we just have a brainstorm for the week and then we go and write down a list of target businesses and we just go do that every single week. I can obviously flip ideas to you guys. And if you bring an idea, I can tell you how to structure a pitch towards that business. So let's do this more often, yeah? This is first one of it. This is the first Monday we're going to do it. But 9 a.m. Monday, let's set a precedence that we do this, I guess, brainstorm sesh. Sweet?
100%.
You happy with that, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah. A brainstorm sesh. And now set the intention in yourself to who will be written down, who are we targeting, and let's go after them. Yep.
Sounds good. I'm with you.
All right, guys.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Yes, lovely.
See you, boys.
Lovely,
See you, lads.
See ya.
Lads, stuck her in the